This is Justin AMZN for Friday, July 5th, 2019. Take a look at how things played out on Friday. Incredibly bullish move. Just like we chopped around for the first hour or so, hour and a half um, on Wednesday. That was a shorter day. We did a very similar chop around, moved down a little bit. Similar, opposite of what we did on Wednesday, moving up a little bit. Moved down a little bit, and just chopped around, consolidating, had this massive squeeze forming, and just got catapulted off of 1925. And there was a lot of opportunities, even to just buy right off of 1925, to get in on this breakout and a retest here from the high that continued. Kind of a stair step here that lasted a little extra long, turned into a bit of a wedge here, or not a wedge, sorry, a pennant here. That continued up. And then even into the afternoon, it kind of flattened out. But, when it broke out of this high, it's like, okay, there's some people jumping in right here. You missed it at that point. You could have bought here, could have bought here, could have bought here. Somebody buying here is missing it. That instantly rolled over, and there was some opportunity here on to take this back down bearish a little bit. And we got a little ways to go yet till we get to our next lineup here at 1972.50. But like I said, it was a great bounce off of 1925. The low here was 1925.30. The 5 was at 1929.76, 5 exponential. So it was really a great opportunity to be buying that pullback. And wasn't quite the lower volume, slower move that that could have happened with a later day. This is the 1925 call. It was steadily putting in some lower lows through here, but still doing something like 5x4. Had you gotten the opportunity to watch that pullback into, or not really into, but stay above 1925, could have been buying somewhere in this low. Even if this is still kind of too wide for you on such a large candle, I mean, this was like let's see, this candle was 183, so kind of a wide candle to go by the high by the low. And then even kind of the retest of the high of the day on the option, it pulled back even further. So where the high was around 9, it pulled back all the way into like 8x7, even this stair step, this is getting more expensive. So you can go out a little bit more. Look at like the 1935, and even this one. I mean, you could have been doing absolute zero through here and gotten in 1x0 here. Even done something like 2x1 up here, or 150x1 or 150x50. And that worked out. It could have been getting in 4x3 up here, and just looking for a $100 risk, look for it to pull back into a whole number, buy it and set your stop, and just know that, okay, you're taking the bullish edge and see what happens. And let's say even you got in here at 4x3, just about 15, 20 minutes later, you could have been getting out at 9, 10, so that's 6R so quickly. Some great opportunities, even with a 1935 call that, let's see, was out of the money until, I guess you were at the money. You're pretty much at the money right here at 10:30. Oh man, I'm on a 3-minute. I didn't realize I was on a 3-minute. I was looking at something on here. All right, let's go back to what I'm usually doing, the 5-minute. Still held down by the 21, gets a nice bounce. Okay, retesting the 21, stair step. That stair step looks, okay. That's the stair step I was kind of expecting to see here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was on a 5-minute. This breakout rolling down still works. You just don't get the inverted hammer like the 3-minute shows, but 3-minute has some good opportunities too. So that is good to look at once in a while. Let's see, I'm on a 5-minute here, and then the puts. This is the 1925 puts, and even these, I mean, there's a little bit of opportunity to get in, get in at 2 and take some profit at 3, just to scalp that. And that would have been, going bearish up here, and then it didn't really work anywhere else until you get up here, so that would have been like 140, 150. So 150. Let's look at, I guess we'll have to look at the 1945 put. Let's see what that one looked like. Okay, so that one put in a nice low around 140. So like 2 by 1. Flip it out for possibly 2. Up at 4 for 2R there, or maybe just scalp an R on something like that, or high. Not quite 4. That one hit 4, but I don't know if that would have actually worked out. So getting in like 2 by 1, getting out at like 350, maybe. That would have been a nice target, just because you're going counter trend. So when you're doing that on a move like this, just scalping an R, that's a good move. Yeah, so let's revisit this. This was like at noon. This was a pullback at 11:05. So 1935 call at 11:05, 2 by 1. That would have worked. At 12:05, 4 by 3 would have worked. And then initial pullback, any of these pullbacks here. So right out the gate, 8:30. This one at 9:55. Anytime I got close. So 9:55 was this one, 1 by 0. The open, 2 by 1. Now that one probably would have gotten me stopped out. Definitely would have gotten me stopped out. So that's a little disappointing, but it's really hard to take these out the gate because there's extra dedicated that's just going to get sucked out because of just the chopping around that it did for the first hour or so. So just be careful about getting into something right out of the gate, unless you're really seeing a good move in your direction on a smaller time frame, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. And continuing in your direction has to happen. You got to take the profit as it's moving your direction, not just like waiting for it to do something, because otherwise you'll just lose all the premium to time, and that's not what you want to do. I've done too much of that. So anyway, some good opportunities. Looking back at the daily, we can continue up from here. We're above this resistance. We're trapping more bears up in here. We've got pretty much right here where this candle and this candle are for resistance. It'd be nice if we had a little bit of bearishness, pull back a little bit more, continue, but it doesn't have to. I mean, this thing could just race up. When we had some waning bullish momentum last time, 5 bars in, we're going up here. We've still made higher highs every day since the whole month, I think, since sometime that week. I was just looking at the last time we were losing some bullish momentum after moving up. We just kind of went sideways. I mean, it's similar to this candle. Bullish engulfing, pullback, just went sideways for another week. Even this, this nice hammer candle here, getting us to pop. We can go sideways here and then pop. I'm fine with that. There's been a lot of directional moves in this, and so I'd like it to continue, but we'll just look for the setups, like a squeeze here and something getting ready to go, and looking for those pullback opportunities to just continue. This is a great S curve here, S curve here, S curve here. I guess this was kind of the last place on this pullback. So nice hammer here. Let's look at 120. Let's see. Okay, 1935, 120, getting in like maybe do an 8 by 7. That looks like it would have made it to 10. So that still would have been 2R. That's crazy. That even way up here, that would have worked, and then this breakout wouldn't. So the breakouts were not necessarily the time to be buying. Look for the pullbacks. Every time it broke out, so right here, that ended up pulling back. Breakout here, that one pulled back on this candle. Didn't really pull back into the value. Went sideways here. This one pulled back into that larger candle. Continued, but this breakout, I pulled back immediately, and yeah, then just once it pulled back, just went sideways in the last hour. So yeah, that's probably a good show for like the lower volume of the day. I mean, you always have the volume spikes at the close of the session, so that's what those were. But yeah, we'll see if we can continue up next week and just keep checking in on how things are moving. So hope this makes sense. This is Just AMZN. Thanks.